Okay, and welcome back. We're picking where we left off last time in Grand Tactician, the Civil War, in the Union campaign. If you just finished watching the battle, you will know the battle is a defeat, or if you're just coming over from the previous main campaign map one. We ended the last one off going into the battle, and to be fair, the Confederates were attacking us. So they felt they had a decent chance of winning, and they did manage to score a minor victory on us at Winchester. The Battle of Winchester has ended, with the Department of Pennsylvania retreating from the battlefield in good order. My command has earned us a glorious tactical victory, whipping the enemy before withdrawing to fight another day. The enemy has reportedly suffered total casualties of 4,509 men, thereof 623 we believe killed, 103 captured. Their morale is still believed to be confident because they have just defeated us. Our casualties total 3,748 men, 469 of which were killed, 799 are missing, and the rest are wounded. The morale is obviously nervous, as we just retreated. We did manage to capture 117 enemy soldiers in our withdrawal, and they have been taken to our now POW camp in New Jersey. We'll see. Depending upon what's going on with the Department of the Ohio, we may be able to carry out an attack in about 36, 37 days. Okay, let's go ahead and pull you back into Frederick, Michigan. Or Frederick, Maryland. So the Confederates are going to recapture Winchester. Though we still hold Alexandria. I would not be surprised if that is their plan of where to attack next. Confederates extend their contracts to 3 years. 3 years or the war. The CSA president prepares for a long war. We're in the process of doing similar, though we're only going up to 2 in ours. Storm Squadron has 33 more days at sea remaining. I know how many days at sea you have left. 45. .47. The Ohio Squadron is probably ready to leave port. Let's go ahead and push down the river some, down the Mississippi with the Ohio Squadron. Same sort of thing with the James River Squadron. Let's push up the river there. Florida Keys, you appear to be ready. Let's go ahead and send you to the outskirts of New Orleans. Assign you to raiding. I'm waiting for others to get into position. Treaty with the Choctaws and Chickasaws. Treaty ready to be ratified. Perpetual peace and friendship. Land and never to be sold. So the Confederate States of America are negotiating with the Indians. Oh, in Indian territory. How goes the siege? Going. Weapons are delivered. 8 pieces of howitzer delivered. Steward is at his destination. On the Ohio. Maybe push him down a little bit more, see if we can actually get closer to Memphis without running into any forts. £12 howitzers. 61 days for 8 more pieces. Going right ahead. Oop. Looks like they're about to start a battle. Oh no, they're moving away. Coming down, going the other railroad. Okay. Oh, they're about to try to start a battle. That would have been an interesting battle, because I think we actually outnumbered them. Or morale would have been lower, but... ...15 more days. We're looking for basically the end of July for the Ohio to go on the offensive. Siege in the Ohio is probably the first one to be going on the offensive, I think, for our armies. No, we could do market reform, but I think we're going to hold off. Target at destination. Let's see, are the ports I want to blockade in range? Roughly speaking. Let's move a little bit. So we get the Alabama port. Yeah. There we go. Set up a blockade on New Orleans, Deluxe Port, and Mobile Port. Mobile Port. Wouldn't be surprised if there is a fort at Memphis. Now, in theory, we're close enough to Memphis so we can block it or interdict the Memphis port. Even if there is a fort there. There's one of our orders coming in. 24 pounders. Apparently we only have 8 in inventory, so we just received 8, or 7 in inventory, we just received 8, but apparently some of our troops needed replacements. Go ahead and queue up another 8 to be ordered. Oh, it doesn't look like there's a fort at Memphis. So we're going to do an in-close blockade at Memphis. Glorious victory at Fort Davidson. The Battle of Fort Davidson has ended with the Confederate units retreating in panic. My command has earned us a remarkable strategic victory with the enemy forces forced to give ground. The enemy has reportedly suffered casualties of 42 men. There of 1 killed, 0 captured. Their morale is broken. Our casualties total 77 men, with 17 killed, 23 missing, the rest wounded. Morale is stable, supply situation is outstanding. Let's see. Here it is, the Western Army there. We will, oh, we might not actually number them once our troops are prepared. Ah, I see. So we've already had the... Some of them, this one already has. Dropped off, okay. "13 days, okay, so you're the only one who's dropped off. 13 or more days here, and we're going to do some mergers is what's going to happen. Illinois, the Missouri one shrunk. Michigan, Wisconsin, okay. To be fair, that's probably happening over here as well. As the armies start to undergo 11 months in a 12-month contract. Yeah, those ones are units. Can we go ahead and merge them? Yeah. 1100, it's a bit small, but for a unit that has already seen combat, that's not too bad. We can actually go ahead and do another merger. There we go. Pen, so that should be able to merge. Oh, these ones haven't timed out yet. We could try merging them, but we'll hold off for a moment. 20-something days on those. But yeah, that's why we're raising new units, so we can get reasonable-sized units. That will last a little bit longer. That was Pennsylvania we're looking at, so what about the Northeastern Virginian Army? Okay. Currently I can merge across states. Anyway, we've got some days left. Oh no, you're already on the 12. Like 11, 13 left, okay. Okay, to try to get this one up to size a little bit better, we'll go ahead and do a replenish unit on the 11 pounders here, 10 pounders here. Whereas these ones are, well, you're new-ish, 66, 66. Merge 2, get an 82. 14 days. Yeah, we'll wait until 14 days one time up. We'll do some mergers. Oh, you're on mixed cavalry. No, fix that. Oh, we'll look at the Ohio one. End of the month. The Army of the Shenandoah coming for us? It's not necessarily the smartest move. I think it's just going to the railroad. Cool. Don't know if our reinforcements are going to arrive in time. Oh, they're starting a fight. Army of Northeastern Virginia versus the Army of Shenandoah and the Army of the Northwest. We are outnumbered only by about 50%. So this is where we're going to do... Oops. A breakout into the battle. This isn't going to be the end of the campaign episode. I'm going to go and edit the battle out, but you'll still continue after a bit. So with that, I'm going to have a jump cut. Okay. And if you're watching on Twitch, this is not where we're ending. We're going to continue. We've got another 13, 14 minutes of a campaign episode to go. So I'm going to go ahead and, well, this one I probably actually just edited YouTube back in. So I hope you've been enjoying YouTube. If in the description I should have gone ahead and put the battle we just went away for. So we've just come back from that battle. And here's the battle reports. We had a glorious victory at Alexandria. His Excellency President. The Battle of Alexandria has ended with the Army of the Shenandoah retreating in panic. My command has earned a total victory, with the enemy army running for their lives. The enemy has reportedly suffered total casualties of 10,734 men. Thereof, 1,371 are killed on the battlefield, 2,109 captured. Their morale is believed to be unstable. Our casualties total 4,106, with 529 killed, 805 missing, and the rest wounded. Morale is confident, with the supply situation good. We have captured 6,293 rifles and 18 guns from the battlefield. 2,237 enemy soldiers have been captured and taken to our POW camps, so we can see a little bit of a discrepancy here, right? So we captured 2,109 in the battle, and apparently we captured a few more soldiers in the follow-up after the battle. Hopefully we'll be on the offensive soon and not stuck on the defensive. Actually, let's order halt movement to you. You don't need to reinforce the already victorious battle we've got going there. Brighton-Johnson Resolution, the bill to preserve the Union, no action against slavery. Extra news from the front lines, reviewed carefully. Decision of the nature of the news has impacted the war effort. Bill passes almost unanimously. Thaddeus Stevens abstains in the voting. War aims, revolution passed in Congress. So that's an event associated, I think one of the early requests temporarily at one point was just to agree, yeah, we're not gonna try to end slavery. That of course I think gets changed later in the war. But one of the attempts to preserve slavery is to lower the bar to get the Confederates to come back to the table. The Department of the Ohio is looking good, so on the 29th, once we do the unit mergers, we'll probably push them forward into Wheeling, followed by Grafton, followed by Charleston here, and if we get no resistance, taking all those three should give us West Virginia. Lost one through battles, lost a little bit through state support. So on and so forth. Okay. Okay, it is the 29th of July, so let's go ahead and bring the speed down. Did issue some Union notes. Let's evaluate the ships quickly. How many time? You have 39 days at sea remaining. Cool. You have 32. About a month everywhere. I think it's going to take about a half a month for them to get back, so don't want to leave them out too long. You've got 18 days. Okay, so you might want to actually come back, though. All you're going to do is go back to... But let's go up the river to port. Days at sea remaining 11. Granted, you can probably wait a couple more because we're not really going anywhere with you to get back to port. And you probably have got like... You've got 2 months out here. Okay. And the Department of the Ohio? So has the units actually arrived? They were supposed to. No, 4th battery. Okay, we have 1 artillery unit that's light, but we can probably get going with that unit. Arriving late. We're going to go ahead and merge this in with some muskets anyway, so we'll go ahead and swap it over to muskets. And then we'll merge. Get some bigger units. So maybe swap you over to the regular musket. I had more guys re-enlist. Okay. And I had planned for it. Oh, some of these have still got some days left. 10, 12 or so, okay. Well, we're not gonna have these guys sit around any longer. We're gonna go ahead and push forward. Please go take over Wheelington. So I should look at our policies. I think I want regular propaganda, which isn't available yet. It probably is time to take cavalry reform. Yeah, let's take cavalry 1 reform. So I suppose from an organizational standpoint, that means the cavalry can now be bigger. I'm just checking to see how big the cavalry can get. Yeah, we can full regimental size cavalry. Oops, that's artillery. Okay, so we have one decently sized cavalry unit, which probably for scouting purposes is probably fine in the Department of the Ohio. Department of the West will probably just do sort of the same anyway. Full carbine. Okay, so if you got what you're merging it into to arm everyone with it, it's fine. We got Department of the West. Yeah, we're doing the mergers everywhere. Okay. Somewhat surprised that the fort that we've taken over is showing up in the military tab and not in the fort tab, but that's what it does. It's doing. Oh, maybe because it's hostile fort? Or it got re-garrisoned at some point? That's weird. Okay. Let's try to move down the road to Wellington. Or Wheeling. There's our cannon. We're gonna keep putting in new orders for cannon as we can. Oh no, that wasn't cannon, that was the Springfield Rifle Musket. So we can now get 3,000 pieces in 23.4 days. Or we can accept a longer period like Get a full full 50,000 pieces in 100 days. Let's go for the 100-day order here, because that's better than getting 3,000 3 times, right? It's full 5,000 or 50,000. Apparently, rain in Ohio is slowing down our advance. Oh. Battle of Charleston. Savannah squad retreating. The engagement was a remarkable strategic victory. The enemy fleet seeming to save the harbors, and 2 ships captured. The enemy fleet deteriorated. My fleet has suffered 1 sunk. Okay, so the Atlantic blocking squadron, it is time you go back home because you just had ships sunk and some damaged. Sign a perk here. Okay, guess I'm just gonna set this as a blockading squadron. It's fine. Same here. This is... oh no, this one isn't quite there yet. What about this one? This one is. Definitely setting this one to blockade squadron. Just get a little bit more efficiency at blockading. Union calls for more volunteers. 2-year contracts. Congress sanctions further enlistment. States forming new regiments. Call to arms. Yes. We're basically going to skip right past 2. We're not going to do a call-up actually at 2. We're going to do the next one at 36 months, but we want to be ready for that. And then I might move on to doing something to try to improve revenue generation. What's our finances actually looking like? Surplus. Negative. 86 million, so not a surplus. Yeah, maybe you should do something to fix that. Maybe. Okay. This one wants to go... turn to port. Probably the same over here on the Mississippi. Thought I ordered you to move closer to the port. You know what? Close order, return to port. You're at your destination. course, you're going to need a little while sitting at your destination to get your provisions restocked. Oh dear. Yeah, I don't think you're winning that battle. You're number 2-1. Let's attempt to withdraw. Okay, we have taken Wheeling. Apparently we've retaken Fort Davidson again. Yep, don't know why we got a garrison here. We do. We have a 4-gun garrison, apparently. Take the ambulance corps out here. Then one here. Student train, maybe. Let's do a pontoon train. This is going to be fighting up down this river a bit. No, we've already in the ambulance corps here. We haven't leveled up enough to get another one. Sorry. Diplomacy, 1 policy enacted, so more Confederate diplomats sent to Europe. Fleet has reached your destination. Okay, you should be close enough to home port. We can go ahead and just order you to return to port. Actually, no, never mind. That's not the sort of port that I want you to return to, so we'll push you farther up the coastline before we issue a official order of that. And then the other one is the fleet in the Mississippi. It's mostly reprovisioned. 74% food back. Similar sort of thing here. 94%. Okay, so you're basically provisioned again. So we can see the army of the Potomac right across the river from us. So if our guys were ready for attack, we could definitely try to take it 2v1. Sadly, the only army that is ready for movement is George McClellan's over here in Virginia. Okay, it's resurvived provision-wise. It's gone ahead and taken over Grafton. We'll go ahead and give it the order to take over what's left of Western Virginia. But looking at the time, this is where I should go ahead and put the part break in for YouTube. So, whoops. I was thinking I was going to have another battle. Which, to be fair, if I had decided that it was worth trying to take a 1v2 with units that are already broken, we could have had. But no, we decided that was a bad idea. Because it probably was. So we didn't have a second battle this episode, we just had the one in the middle. So this is where the part break is going to go in, so if you're watching on YouTube, I hope you've been enjoying. I think I'm going to try to record one more main campaign video today. So we'll see if that... Well, it'll happen, it might be a short one. So there probably will be one up tomorrow. And there may be a battle video up tomorrow as well. So with that, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. I'm gonna go make a cup of tea, so this will be a little bit of a longer break. So until the next part, wish you all the best of luck, a good time. Catch you all in the next part. Bye for now. And yeah, if you're watching on Twitch, I'm gonna leave the stream up. It's just gonna sit like this while I go make that tea. Okay, and welcome back. We're picking where we left off last time in Grand Tactician, the Civil War in our Union campaign. Where hopefully we'll soon be on the offensive. There's a decent force in Northeast Virginia. The Department of Ohio is on the offense. Mostly waiting right now for our readiness to improve on most of our units. Blockading squadron, probably close enough to port that I can go ahead and tell it just to go straight to port. Not have any negative side effects. I suppose that's the question. How is going the fleet repairs? Decent number of ships are back to about 100%. So we made it to port. Picked up some riverboats during the sailing. Go ahead and give it a 6th ship back. Did lose one. And then we'll go down in Florida Keys, Key West. Get another fleet going out there. We'll have a little bit with what's left. Most of these guys... Actually, you're 80-something. Let's... 4? No, ship the line. 100% ship the line. There we go. Everybody above 95%. Got a couple steam frigates here, but we'll wait a little bit more so we can get like a 3 group of steam frigates for actual fighting purposes. And then wait like 24 and they'll probably be good to go out. Need to give a moment to resupply. Your armies, on the other hand, almost at Charleston. I think Charleston is the last of the 3 I need in West Virginia to officially take West Virginia. this song? Well, this tune. This tune is the tune to like half a dozen different songs. I think of this tune as a Christmas song. In the Civil War period, it's not just a Christmas song, if my understanding is correct. I believe this is also the tune that underlies Maryland, My Maryland, and a couple other state songs. What's that report? I've engaged the enemy army of Northern Virginia, fielding 9,000 men. Now preparing a defensive line to hold my ground. I would say no. You outnumber them 3 to 1. Do not hold a defensive against them. Attack. Okay. So, go ahead and pause the timer here. Oops. So I'm going to go ahead and have a jump cut here, and we'll pick back up in the campaign map after this battle.